Hello there, and welcome to another edition of Did You Know Doctor Who, or what you may or may not have known about Doctor Who. This time we're going to have a look at the 20th anniversary special, The Five Doctors, for our 20th episode, technically speaking. Well, nonetheless, I hope you enjoy. A fact that many of you may already know is that the Five Doctors is arguably the Four Doctors, as the fourth Doctor only appears in cameo. Tom Baker declined to appear as he only left the series 2 years prior and didn't want a role which only had 20% screen time. Shots of the fourth Doctor in the serial are deleted scenes and scenes from the cancelled Shadow serial. Tom Baker being absent made publicity hard, and as such a Madame Tussauds wax model was used for all the publicity shots and advertisements. The Yeti that appears is the same model used in The Web of Fear, but the costume was so badly damaged and was rotting away, as such the model was barely shown except for an arm. The Autons were to appear and would have attacked Sarah Jane, only for the third Doctor to rescue her. The scene was never committed to because of budget. The story was originally called The Six Doctors and would have had the Cybermen as the main villains, and they would have extracted Time Lord DNA to create, get this, Cyberlords. Interestingly, the Cyberlords would appear in The Timeless Children. Ugh. The script initially did not refer to Susan and the first Doctor as grandfather and granddaughter, as the producers didn't want the implication that the Doctor had sex. Carol Ann Ford, who plays Susan, protested and the script changed to acknowledge their relationship. The Five Doctors was originally going to be 4 parts instead of just one long special. This is the first Doctor Who story to have been co-produced by overseas broadcasters. The Five Doctors is the last story written by Terrance Dicks. This is the first Doctor Who to be a part of Children in Need. This story introduced the idea that the Time Lords can be granted extra lives. Elizabeth Sladen hated filming the scene where Sarah Jane rolls down the embankment, claiming it was embarrassing. Had the fourth Doctor appeared, the fourth Doctor was originally going to portray his other selves, as Terrance Dicks found the fourth Doctor to be the most likely to portray them. Terrance Dicks and Eric Soward butt heads on set, as Eric loved the Cybermen and wanted to include the Cybermen, while Terrance hated the Cybermen. As such, he created the Raston warrior robot to kill the Cybermen in brutal display, which Terrance absolutely loved. There was also controversy over having the Dalek appear, because obviously the Dalek was iconic. The story explicitly states that Peter Davison was the fifth Doctor. This was because Terrance Dicks was unhappy with Robert Holmes making the implication that the Doctor had incarnations before his first life in the brain of Morbius. As such, Terrance Dicks purposely retconned this factor. The Quarks were meant to have returned and were replaced by the Raston warrior robot. This is the first time the Cybermen and the Daleks appear in the same story, and it would not happen again until Army of Ghosts. This is the only time on screen that the third Doctor meets the Cybermen. As I mentioned before, the Raston warrior robot was a repainted Cyberman android that appeared in Earthshock. Wendy Patbury, who played Zoe, was pregnant at the time of filming, and her costume had to hide the bump. There were many characters that were meant to have appeared. This includes Ian, Ben, Polly, Benton, Joe Grant, Leela, and Romana. Terrance Dicks hated K9 and didn't want him in the story, and so wanted his appearance to be as minimal as possible. The Master was originally going to be the main villain of the story, but this felt too obvious to Terrance Dicks, and so it was changed. And that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. The Five Doctors is certainly one of the best multi-Doctor stories out there. It's certainly enjoyable, it has a lot of great moments. For example, the Raston warrior robot when it kills all those Cybermen is probably one of the most iconic scenes in Doctor Who classic era history. I do like the idea that Terrance Dicks did try to retcon the idea that the brain of Morbius included. That was the idea that the Doctor had multiple lives and that the Doctor can extend his life range from 13 to however many he wants. It is obviously a shame that the 13th Doctor era definitely changes this, but let's pretend for a second that doesn't happen. That said, The Five Doctors is a great special, and I totally recommend anyone to watch it. However, it isn't really The Five Doctors. In fact, it's arguably The Three Doctors, because William Hartnell was dead by this point, and, well, he was replaced. And so, Fourth Doctor wasn't there because, well, Tom Baker didn't want to be there. That said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.